this new Turkish neo-imperialist, neo-Ottoman approach, they call it Mavi Vatan, which is, the translation is the blue homeland. This did not exist. It started appearing somewhere in the first decade of the 21st century. It's a clear neo-imperialistic and neo-Ottoman approach, which in essence claims that half of the Greek islands in the Aegean belong to Turkey. And sometimes they even go further. They claim that Crete, a huge island with very important NATO presence and an American base in Suda, again, should belong to Turkey. So there's some people in Turkey, and I do not believe that is a common practice in the Turkish society, but there's some people in Turkey that go back to the Ottoman times and believe that they could recreate the Ottoman Empire, including parts of Greece, parts of Syria, parts of Iraq, parts of Iran, half of the Caucasus, etc., etc. Well, I hope that this is daydreaming, but it creates a lot of problems in the relations with Greece, a lot of problems within NATO. A personal relation that may exist between the American president and the president of Turkey should be a factor which will make it easier for the American president to whisper to the ear of President Erdogan that international law of the sea is a way of life in this modern world. And again, as I said before, we did very well during Trump 1. I don't see why we should not hope and believe that we are going to do very well under Trump 2. And that is also the interest of the United States of America. I assume that it will not be good at all for NATO and would not be good at all for the United States of America to encourage Turkey to create a huge problem in the eastern flank of NATO, taking also into account what's happening in the Middle East and what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. Syria is in the coast of the Mediterranean, and Syria is our near abroad. And ISIS, let us be frank and honest, is down but not out. The ideology behind ISIS, the ideology behind the Muslim Brotherhood is there, is alive and kicking. So if we disregard that, we're going to have a problem in the future. It's going to be a huge one. And I have to say, the worst thing that you can do in life is forget your allies, forget the people who fought by your side in your hour of need, and turn against them or forget about them. And I'm speaking about the Kurds fighting against ISIS for years. They should not be forgotten by the West. I will not just speak about Greece. Generally, the biggest threat is countries that do not abide by international law and do not abide by international law of the sea. Countries that believe that borders is something that, well, you can disregard. The treaties and international treaties should work only if it's to your advantage. That is the biggest threat to the whole world, not just Greece.